Hello. I rebooted everything because things are moving slowly earlier. So hopefully it'll be better now. I actually got a chance to hop on another tarot readers live. They are growing, like they had like 100 and something subs and got a little general read. I love supporting other people, other channels. Like all we're doing is just trying to be in touch with our creative sides and have fun and not feed the 3D machine. So I love being able to support others, but it was a really good little read about trusting in the process. Because yeah, being recovering, I definitely always felt like I was in control or tried to be in control. Thought I was in control. What a joke, right? And let me clear out my incense real quick. I'll be back. You can leave it playing, babe, if you want to. You hear me? You can leave it playing. It won't bother me. And I don't have to post it either, so I don't get a strike. Okay. Oh, 11:11. It's so pretty today. Ah, no, I did that. Okay, it looks better from that side. Hopefully, since I rebooted it, it will be better. I need to turn this. There we go. I hope you're all having a great day. I had to reboot. Like a read, hump in the chat. I'll give you a reading. You would like a reading today? The Forest Land. I love this card. Doesn't he look like a boss? The Forest Land on this amazing day. The Forest Lord. I can't read. The Forest Lord represents the duties that come with great power. Protecting his subjects, defending their freedom, and safeguarding their sanctuary. Leadership is a privilege. Authority over others must be wielded appropriately and not abused. Sovereignty comes from within and doesn't need to be insisted upon. The Forest Lord's confidence comes from staying true to his noble nature. Power from within, natural leadership, nobility of character. Very powerful. I was just like pulling my own. I actually don't have a cue. So if you'd like a read, I'm actually just reading some of the cards that I pulled out for myself. Three of Boons. In a cozy forest cottage, Three friends are working together to make a potion. The earth goblin sorts through the mushrooms she gathered. She lives close to the ground and has a keen eye for each growing thing's usefulness. The old witch brews and bottles the potion. She sprinkles a good pinch of enchantment, adding power to the pot as she stirs. The raven writes out the spell instructions and affixes them to the bottles that will be sealed with beeswax. Her expertise comes from poetry and from instinct. The raven caught me. We saw quite a few ravens yesterday. These friends are here to remind you that even the smallest task, sorting mushrooms, for instance, can contribute to a greater purpose, especially if it is done with a happy and willing heart. Offer your skills to projects that can use them, and don't be shy about asking others to collaborate on your projects as well. Many hands make light work, as the saying goes, and they also make work. That's funny because I just did that tarot. Look, I told Maddie I keep getting the collaboration card. And when I pulled these cards for myself, I was on another YouTuber's that does like community reads. He has like 100 and something subs, and there was another woman on the channel with them. And so now that I'm reading this card, cooperation and collaboration, I want to email them and see. It's called The Trembling Roots is the name. Let me mute it so I can click. I can even share the channel. Wait. Okay, let me read it. So maybe I should email them. Hey, Lou, I was just like connecting to my own message while I waited. Thank you for subbing. Because I look like Dixon Diaz. Oh gosh, if I Google this, is this going to make my ego trip? Stop. Dixon Diaz. My ego's going to be like, really? Really? Thanks a lot. Nod, nod. That's too funny. I cannot make that up. That is so funny. You better be glad that I love myself so deeply. Trembling Runes. Okay, so that's the name of their YouTube. I'm going to share their channel too. It's a really good channel. And I can put it in the chat since I look like Dixon Diaz, apparently. Y'all have to Google what Lou just said. Google Dixon Diaz. I cannot. Maddie. Oh, I thought he could hear me. Maybe he can't. Look, go check out this other Tarot Readers channel too. This is a good one. They were a really good vibe. I'm going to put it in the chat. I can't get over that comment. The Trembling Roots at gmail.com. Copy. Gmail. Okay, I put in their email. It feels so funny to reach out like that because I used to never. But if I don't reach out, I'm not listening to guidance. I'm not listening to my spirit sign. And that's no bueno. All right, 6 of Spells. There's a new arrival in the forest. It's not easy to hatch a... Maddie. Okay, what's another word for dragon that starts with a W?
Worm.
Wyvern?
Worm.
I know, but there's a word that's like spelled W-Y-V-E-R-N.
That is wyvern, yes.
Wyvern. Why do you still sound bitter? Wyvern. But this intrepid wizard found an egg in an abandoned nest and brought it home to try. Generous doses of worry, magic, and love have yielded a successful hatching. Other wizards and witches have gathered to welcome the little one and congratulate their friend on a job well done. The new foster father's pleasure and pride in his accomplishments are made all the sweeter with praise from his peers. When people are secure in their own accomplishments, there is no jealousy or ill feeling when another has a glowing success, literally glowing in this case, because if the foster father knows this, he can accept congratulations as his due with no false modesty or self-deprecation needed. Though you may never hatch a wyvern, be proud of your triumphs and drink in the praise. Success. Validation by others. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card. Well, I wait to see if anybody would like to read. My internet is still super spotty, though. Why? I rebooted everything. It's like I literally broke the internet when I was trying to farm hours. I don't know if that was it or what. I was thinking that too. I was like, you're going to break the internet, Crystal. And I did. That's what I did. So, bunny. Winter solstice. Winter solstice. Winter solstice. You want to go take Fathead to the spring? Maddie?
Uh,
Are you sleepy time?
no, I ain't here with that yet.
Saying you want to go take her to the spring? No?
No.
Okay. Life force energy. It's a beautiful one. Whoa. Life force energy. Oh, wow. That's me. I'll read that. What happens when we seek to maximize the life force energy in everything we do toward the completion of this oracle deck? I was called to visit Hawaii. I heard it is known to be the last remaining part of the lost continent of Lemuria. I went with an open mind and was sincerely blown away by the incredible level of life force energy radiated there. I'm an avid traveler and seeker of high vibrational places, but had never experienced such potency of the magic. The main inspiration of my heart and every cell of every bright green leaf. I could sense the songs of Lemuria in this pristine place. I discovered I had been dreaming of this place my whole life. The crystalline waterfalls, rainbow diffused skies, exotic flowers, and opulent plant life was so present that you couldn't help but see a radiant aura around everything. Aina is a Hawaiian term for energy and sacred land. Ana. It seemed to me that mana and ana are one and the same. One day, when I was sitting on the red sand beach, I had a vision of an overlaying dimension that spanned our physical world. This overlay was the God force of or life force in its purest and highest vibration. The vision presented an array of objects familiar to this physical plane, from lower vibrational concrete, processed chemicals, and suffering imbued consumables to the higher biodynamic earthly offerings and the vibrant lands that surrounded me at the moment. The experience imprinted the depths of my being, with the remembering that we can bring this beautiful blue planet back to its former glory, starting with our own temples and personal pieces of Eden. I realized that maximizing one's life force energy was the gateway to bridging heaven and earth. By aligning our choices with this higher frequency, we will naturally create more opportunities to ground this somehow forgotten light. When we know the joy of this life force within and around us and are vibrantly alive, we can't help but inspire others to choose the same. It is time for celebration. Revel in the bliss of being alive. This is an incredibly healing card packed with luminous life force energy for optimal health and healing. It reminds you to seek joy and upliftment in everything you do as much as is possible. Consider the food you eat. That's the one I need to do. Consider the foods I eat, the environments you spend your time in, the people in your life, and even the things you wear. Increase your awareness of their journey, how they came to be in your world, and their energetic resonance. Are they alive and vibrant? You may also be inspired to work with healing energies such as Reiki or with the land, perhaps to grow vegetables. You are encouraged to joyously make your life a piece of Eden. As a result, you will shine with vitality. I was telling Kifa, I was going to wait for winter to pass, but I see people around here have like these winter gardens with greens and stuff. I've never actually had a garden, by the way, but I really want one. I really like, once I started on this journey, I was like, wanting to eat more holistically and healthier, and we got here and like things were crazy, and then winters came, but I should start a garden. Oh, I haven't gotten this one. Balanced forces. Look how pretty it is. Balanced forces. Hmm. balanced horses. The Lemurian people are said to have been andro- androgynous, meaning they were not a specific gender, as they were only partially formed in the physical realm. They did not inhabit a paradigm of duality. They were a perfect balance of what became masculine and feminine energy as it densified in physical form. We all hold a mix of masculine and feminine energies within us. Masculine energy is more about focus and a forward direction, while feminine energy is more holistic and peripheral. Masculine energy is that of logistics and actioning desires into being, and it has more of a controlled and rigid vibration. Feminine energy is freer flowing, nurturing, creative, and receptive. Both sides are to be celebrated, but in our efforts to rebalance, inequality and prejudice can occur. In the current paradigm, masculine and feminine energies are imbalanced as our global culture is largely patri- patriarchal and strongly influenced by masculine energy. Efforts to revitalize the feminine flow have been incrementally shifting the balance over the last century. It is time to calm mind based intellect, scientific data, linear direction, and the acquisition of power. To have an optimal human experience, we must embody a balance of masculine and feminine energies. We can daydream and receptive fluidity and then action our ideas into reality. We can be soft and nurturing and also firm and direct as needed. We can be determined, compassionate, grateful, vulnerable, visionary, and strong. There can be focus and free flow. We may not draw on these energies simultaneously, but when we access both equally, we can be truly powerful, centered beings. When we bridge duality within ourselves, we concede more balance in our outer world. This card invites you to look at masculine and feminine energy from a more balanced perspective. Is the situation at hand on the more masculine side of the spectrum? Can it be tempered with feminine energy? Vice versa. Would the addition of masculine energy bring balance? What needs to happen to form a more holistic and equalized foundation? Do you normally hold a position of one extreme? How might you balance this so you can experience a more optimized state of being to bring more masculine drive and focus to a situation? For instance, if you have some upcoming due dates and you need to get into action mode, focus on your goals, desires, and ambitions. If you want to engage more feminine energy for receptivity, trust, flow, and surrender, consider all the things you're grateful for already. Feel the warmth, gratitude, and comfort of knowing everything is divinely perfect just the way it is. Everything is just as it should be. I was listening to, I think it was a reader too, a general read. I can't remember, but it was The Alchemist talking about higher consciousness. Like, I can't remember the right wording. Either way, it was like trusting the fact that everything is perfectly as it should be. There's King Bob with his pink sweater. You see him? Look how cute he looks. With his pink sweater. Go give him a cat. He got big mad at his computer. All right, well, nobody wants to read, so I might just let this sit here. Oh, the sound of the universe. I really want to go on a ride anyways. I don't know if I want to go on a ride or a walk or a ride and a walk. Well, I'll leave a note in the chat that if you do come here and would like a read, you can email me or drop it in the chat because I'll leave the live going to get some watch hours. And maybe when I get back, we'll see. All right. With that, I love you all. I will see you soon. Hey, Surinder. I just saw you. Yeah, I was just about to step away because I didn't have anybody else coming in. I'm so sorry. Look, when we say I can't move on, we're giving away our power. You have free will, Surinder. You can move on. It's what you choose to do and think about, right? So you can move on. For example, have you tried to start dating again? That's a real fun way to move on. You have free will, Surinder, okay? Our ego tells us we can't do something, but through faith and through meditation and prayer, connecting with the divine, you will feel the power that you have, sweetie. You can move on, okay? Yeah, you got this. You can move on. You caught me as I was just about to step away. But maybe that helps. Start with not telling yourself that you can't move on. Start there. Because when you say I can't, you're taking away your own free will. Okay. But start there. Like, I really hold on to mantras. When I feel my ego coming in, saying negative things to myself, I cling on to my mantras. Okay. So a good mantra maybe is just as simple as I can. I can. Start with that. I can is a mantra, right? And get out of do things to get out of your negative headspace. The reading I did earlier, sweetie, I didn't see that. But remember, I don't read other people's energy. So my cards and my readings will not ever tell me or tell you whether she will love you back or not. Okay. It's about your soul's journey and where you're at on your soul's journey. Okay. Yeah. But it's so funny because whenever we do move on, you never know what will happen. Then you might not want her anymore once she realizes that you're not clinging so tightly, right? Okay. Well, I hope that made you feel better. I'm sending you so much love and light, okay? And if nobody else wants to read, I'm going to leave my live going so that I can get some watch time hours. And hopefully people can see that I do read, and we'll come back. But I am going to step away and go enjoy some of the sunshine and connect with my divine. And maybe I'll hop back on earlier if I don't break the internet again. But thank you for being here. Look, I don't even know. Look, you are the enchanter. See, you can move on. The enchanter is like is the magician. You can move on. Oh, sweetie, you're stuck in your own karma for real, huh? All right. I'm going to leave it there, sweetie. I would leave it be. I would. I would try not to focus so much on her energy and focus more on yours. Okay, Surrender? Surrender. Look, surrender. 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 Serenity. It's a beautiful thing. We're all on our own path, right? Okay. Well, if y'all would like a read, you can email me and I'll let you know when I'll be back. Love you all.